It's the Cable
Oko versus Twister. Oko versus Twister. Twister it up. Not sure where I'm going with all this. Is it wrong to want to first pick Heave? It is. Like all desires, it is selfish and you should stamp it out. The only not wrong thing to do is to live your life in a silent prayer. I kind of want to show it and tell in an Atali or a Portal. Okay. Grabbed Atali instead of Portal because it pairs well with like sneak attack and stuff. And besides show and tell and tinker, there's not like a ton of ways to cheat Portal out. Was my thought there. So nice mana there, the steam vents, but I'm gonna grab that Lotus Petal, get a little faster. Well, white's open as shit. Love Corpiclani, big same. We played Corpiclani at my wedding. One of the more fun live shows I've been to in a while. Also, the metal show that I went to that had the highest ratio of Hawaiian shirts. My wedding was not a live Corpiclani show, no. That was two separate things. I can understand how you would think they were merged, though. The average ratio of Hawaiian shirts. I might see one other at a metal show. Some years back, I saw an old dude at a metal show with a Hawaiian shirt on underneath his battle vest, and I was like, oh, that fucking rips. I gotta try that. And now it's my go-to. They just breathe so well. I'm like more comfortable with a Hawaiian shirt under a battle vest than if I was just wearing like a plain cotton t-shirt. With no battle vest, even. Hell yeah, Tater Chimp. Deck's kind of turning into a stinky pile. I hope Pack 2 is better. I'll play that new Elder track. I like this track a lot. Really excited about this album. There's a lot to love about this pack. Baragwife's a great card. We have Atali for the Flash. Flash just plays well in Reanimator. You flash something in, you reanimate it. Just a real nice combination. All that said, the Hull Breacher does make our Time Twister make a lot more sense, doesn't it? I think I like Counterspell and Echo better than the One Ring here. I worry about the ability to handle my own One Ring or win in time. Ooh. If we're taking the Flash, I would like the Mystical Tutor more. I'm going to grab Underground Seam. Psychic Frog made this deck so much better. Psychic Frog also plays well with the Reanimator side of the deck and the Time Twister side of the deck. It like bins the Echo. It's perfect. Hello, Archon. God, as bad as Pack 1 was, Pack 2 is that good. This has been really nice. A little crab action, a little Winter Night Stories action. Let's take the draw spell, I don't really like any of this. Have I gotten a life win in Cube? I have, not this season. I did miss a win with it earlier this season. I still won the game, but like I could have won with life, and so I was beating myself up about it. Hey, bit of Triumph, another discard outlet, sure. I think this Talisman is likely bad. Hell yeah. The lane is open, friends. The lane is open. You see that lane closed sign? It's lying. Turn it around. Thank you, Pack 2. Right? We basically we kind of have a 2-pack deck. It's like all from Pack 2, somehow. I think I like Overlord. The Occult Epiphany is another discard outlet, though. Worth thinking about. I mean, the Crab came back. Let's take the Epiphany. Ooh, Dark Ritual, Voidwalker. Let's grab this D-Rit. Speed us up a little bit. Cheers to Pack 2. To Pack 2! Hello. We're actually a little short on reanimation effects now. Cut down for the sideboard or Spell Pierce for the sideboard. Just figuring the cut down's more likely to wheel. Yeah, Days and Force of Will would be great here, Oh, the Imperial Seal can grab the Metamorphosis. That's kind of cute. Nice. Skydiver for the sideboard. Could play Xander's Lounge. There's like kind of a green splash potential. Yeah, really looking forward to that album. I haven't bought tickets for their tour yet. Cut down did indeed wheel. All right, we just need to cut our 5 worst cards. Relic. Even though it's cute with Crab. Then we get this elf out of here. And another Goyf, even though it's one of my few early game plays. Maybe Damnation's a sideboard card. Kind of half considering cutting the Atali. Whatever show and tell in Atali, I think so. I mean, we could just jam with 16 mana. We have a Dark Ritual and Lotus Petal in there. This would be 10 black sources and 8 blue. Let's 9/9 it. We have that Dark Ritual that can bring 1 black mana into multiple black mana. And it's actually fairly even in the early game. The reason they're like super weighting it towards swamps is because we have like Grizzlebrand and all these doubles on the top side. Atali is good because of Entomb. I think the Entomb makes Atali less good. Whereas very likely to have Archon or Grizzlebrand, which are going to be better in most spots. Kind of hate this opener, but when you mull to 6, I think it's correct. Loosen your range a little bit. Are there any cards from Strixhaven that I really like? Yeah, there's the 5/5 that draws 3 cards has been pretty impressive. Oh, I did this wrong, didn't I? Because getting Metamorphosis doesn't work here. I have to go get like Life Death or something. Because I want to have 2 mana for the Metamorphosis. I should have just waited a turn on the seal, huh? Just seal for fucking show and tell. So the thing about reanimating the Grief is then you can take that Minskin Boo from their hand, but I don't know if I care about the Minskin Boo if I have an Italian play. Let's just fucking get the show and tell. Whatever. Alright, well that's a bad sign. Looks like Life Death on Grief would have played out better, because they're going to slam Minskin Boo now, and now show and tell for Itali is a little slow. Alright, refreshing Mox Fields seems to have worked. Alright, Overlay should be good now. I guess it just looked like we had an answer to Minskin Boo, or maybe they're holding up a counter. I don't know, we're doing this. Dinosaur! I gotta say, this is not the best Itali hit I've ever seen. Yeah, that fractured turn was fucked up, huh? Time Walk, rebuying. Eternal Witness. You remember when we got to have turns? That was pretty good. So they have exactly 7 power. So we can't just send a Tali at Minskin Boo. That was a sick rip. What was in the graveyard? We had a Grief in there. Grats Cutie, I'm not sure who you're referring to. There's like Mold Oblivion here. Yeah, Mold 5 scoop. Our hand was pretty good. Put us on a Maul. Do we keep? I think we keep. Box of the Shoes with a 134-month subscription. Have any of y'all kept a commitment for 134 months? Does eating count? Only if it's like... For eating to be a commitment, it has to be like... a lot, you know? You gotta get on like the Stregonona level before it's like, oh, that's a commitment. It's an awkward draw 7 because they clearly don't have much going on. A little better now. Kind of awkward timing on their Clue Crack, right? When I'm bidding the Echo. Thinking whether or not I should Midnight Stories or Frog. I think I'm just going to Frog. And wish we had 1 more mana here. You subbed when Dragons of Tarkir released. My god. Now you're making me feel old. You love how your kids don't even think twice that eating a town's worth of pasta is a reasonable punishment for Stregonona. When I was a kid, we didn't have the book, but we had like a visual novel of the book or whatever. And I remember watching it, and she's like, you gotta eat the whole town worth of spaghetti. And I'm just like, I could eat that much fucking spaghetti. 5-year-old Caleb's just like, that's about the right amount for me. Yeah, that was not like a tale of like consequences and punishments and stuff. It was just like magic cauldron that makes infinite spaghetti. Hell yeah, let's fucking try this shit out. This is awesome. Morality of the tale completely lost on me. I want to take the Thraben Inspector. Did I get pulled into the trolley problems subreddit over a button? No. This conversation has completely skipped me by. No preventing any damage now. Just reskin Prisoner's Dilemma. Oh, sure. Baby's first philosophy problem. Nothing wrong with that. Babies need to learn philosophy too. If I hadn't drawn the Lowe's focus, I would have gone for the Time Twister in my second main. Oh, this track reminds me. John Carpenter is coming out with a new album. I do think it sounds like Dime Store Dance with the Dead. It's like regular John Carpenter stuff plus some guitar riffs. But I'm always excited when that guy puts out anything. Think about cutting this grief. Guy cut something, right? As in the director. Yeah, he's put out some albums, Zentarin. He did a lot of his own music for his films. He kind of taught himself the synthesizer because he couldn't afford to pay somebody else to do music for his early movies. And then in his later years, he's put out a few albums. One of them's quite good. Box of the Shoes says, I remember I subbed before you were even a full-time streamer. Loved your channel Fireball vids and was stoked to learn that I streamed to get even more content. Yeah. Yeah, that's a long time ago. That would have been 2015. Hot damn. You didn't love Escape from LA? Fake fan. That basketball scene, best scene he's ever directed. Let's mull this. Let's keep this. Dibahoo, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 27 months. First time here. What game is this? The most dangerous game. Today we hunt man. You think you were here for my first ever Twitch stream? That sounds plausible. I was surprised we got like 20 or 30 people. Oh man, if I'd played out the Lotus Petal, I was like, there's no reason to run out the Lotus Petal. Could have just had a 2-mana 4/4 lifelink. It would have been pretty juicy. Yeah, I was like, is anybody even going to come watch this shit? And I just made some like posts on social media. And they came. They really came. A sandwich for me? Thanks, babe. Good ass looking sandwich. Dark Ritual would be a good draw now. We could ritual out the Metamorphosis. Psychic Frog would have been a good draw, too. Been Metamorphosis, been Grizzlebrand, Exhume back to Metamorphosis. Hell yeah, box. Do you have a favorite artist that you picked up from the stream? Real? Oh, fun. I don't think that's weird at all. My opponent's name is Biggest Athari Fan. You think they're playing Boros? They're not! I've defeated my sandwich. Please excuse my chewing. The thing with this opener is, like, we can draw another Black Source, so then pitch cast Grief, and then Death back the Grief. Or we can draw, like, something worth show and telling you to play, and then we pitch the Death to play the Grief. Make sure the close is clear before we show and tell. Take the best thing that they would put in, that sort of thing. So basically, we just need to, like, not draw a bunch of lands in a row, and we'll be good. That is not the turn 2 I was expecting. That's a wild list there, Frank is the third. Any list with Da Vinci's Notebook, Pepper Coyote, and Visigoth. Right, Eldo? I was like, anything but land. It's like, land, okay. Opponents over there with the opposite problem, huh? Crack the Sky's yours. Yeah, their proggiest album. Crack the Sky took me the longest time to get into, but it's a great fucking album. There's rumblings of a new Mastodon album coming out like this year, right? I think they and Gojira. Bugmanum. The opposite of Athari colors. I guess that Emrakul is a good one to know about. Doom ba doom ba doom ba doom ba doom ba da doom ba doom ba doom. Yeah, I wish I could have done that for more. The issue is if I do it for more, then I've got to put multiple in front of the witch there. If you show and tell, then they put the Emrakul into play and the crab doesn't have a chance to hit it. Right now we have a 1 in 4 chance of getting an Emrakul, and we have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a Harvester out of the graveyard. This could be really good for us. Well, at least we're not going to get Chain of Smog comboed, I suppose. Could have been Weiss. Port is dead on board. Skydiver can just kill me. Fair enough. Damnation action. Oh, we're not cutting a Tali when they've got Emrakul in the dang, that's for shame. Oh, my last cut should be... Oh, maybe show and tell, huh? Yeah, right. Let them discard their hand, then counter and they concede. No, yeah, they had a lot of board presence. It's still been good for them to do that. It would have been good for us for them to do that, because then we wouldn't have had to worry about the Chain of Smog combo anymore. They would have hell-bented themselves trying to combo. And then the goal would have been to top deck like an Archon or something to show and tell into play. Was the path I was seeing out of that game. But it never came to fruition. Fuck that Mystic. Biggest Athari fan against biggest Atali fan. Yeah, the difference is I actually have Atali in my deck. think I want to hold on to the Petal as a Epiphany discard. They do only get one Greaves trigger here. Except they hit a forest, so if they have a Mana Dork, then they get a lot. Nice. Yeah, since the Nadu now has Shroud, the Lightning Greaves can't target it repeatedly. Do I have a clean, tutorable answer to this business? Well, fair enough. Oh my fucking god. Y'all see what just happened here? They Spellseekered for Channel, and then in their 3 Nadu reveals, they got Gaia's Cradle, the one land they can tap for double green in Magic, and Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. I would just like to say that this doesn't seem like a likely turn of events to me. That's all. Hell of a way to get there. I mean, they played through their outs, right?